The 1990s were a great time for two-wheeled celebrities. They were more than just grunge music and VHS tapes. In that decade, motorcycles were seen as emblems of freedom, status, and pure excitement. The thrill of rushing down the highway, the shine of polished chrome in the sun, and the roar of a high-revving engine marked a generation. This movie shows the top 10 bikes of the 1990s. These bikes didn't simply get people's attention. They left a lasting impression. At number 10, Yamaha's YZF-R1 1998 changed the game. Yamaha's 1998 release of the YZF-R1 was like a meteor striking the sport bike industry. It was fast and changed the regulations at the same time. The R1 was extraordinarily quick for its size. It weighed just over 400 pounds and had about 150 horsepower. It upped the standard for what a sport bike in the leader class could be. It was believed by many to be the first superbike that felt and looked like a racing prototype. At number 9, Harley-Davidson Fat Boy 1990. The heavyweight of Hollywood, the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy was a movie star in addition to being a biker. Sales increased after Arnold Schwarzenegger wrote it into the annals of pop culture in Terminator 2. Because of its wide stance, big tires, and powerful 1,340cc VY-Win engine, it was the most popular cruiser of the decade. Loud, brash, and unmistakable, it was America on two wheels. At number 8, Italian art on wheels, the Ducati 916-1994. The Ducati 916 was a work of art rather than merely a motorcycle. It appeared to be from the future because of its aggressive design, single-sided swing arm, and twin under-seat exhausts. It rode like if it were a dream. It blended performance and excitement to win numerous Superbike World Championships. A rolling sculpture with a personality. This was Ducati at its finest. At number 7, Suzuki GSX-R 750 1996, the superbike. That is lightweight. Suzuki revamped the GSX-R 750 in 1996 with improved handling, more power, and a lighter frame. It grew into the optimum balance between the agile 600cc rockets and the savage 1000cc beasts. It soon garnered a cult following as it was street legal, track ready, and affordably priced. This was the ideal machine for a lot of young riders. In the 90s, at number 6, the Speed Evolution, Honda CBR 900R Fireblade 1992. The industry was taken away when Honda introduced the Fireblade in 1992. Although it wasn't the strongest bike, it was faster in the actual world due to its feather-light weight. Although it ran like a 1000e, it handled like a 600, since it was the first lightweight superbike. All other manufacturers were driven to re-examine their designs. The Fireblade was, in many aspects, the spark that sparked the sport bike revolution of the 1990s. At number 5, BMW R1100 GS 1994. The adventure bike's inception, the BMW R1100 GS, was setting the benchmark long before adventure bikes were hot. It could readily travel tough terrain or journey across countries owing of its boxer engine, telelever suspension, and strong design. It served as the motorbike equivalent of the Swiss Army knife and set the foundation for the 2000s adventure bike craze. At number 4, the fastest bike in the world, the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-11 1990, with a top speed of 175 miles per hour upon launch. The ZX-11 was the world's fastest production motorbike. For 6 years, an eternity in the speed-crazed 1990s, it kept that title. Its smooth 1052cc engine and streamlined design were intended to outrun everything. It attacked with devastating accuracy, making it more than simply a ninja by name. At number 3, British revival, Triumph Daytona 955i, 1997, in the late 1990s. Triumph made a remarkable resurgence after years of decline. The Daytona 955i provided as proof. Its 955cc triple-cylinder engine produced a special mix of top-end exhilaration and torque. It reminded the world that the Union Jack was still proudly flying in the world of performance. It was elegant, fast, and very British. At number 2, the futuristic marvel. The Honda NR750 1992. The NR750 was unusual, not simply uncommon. It was a technological novelty by Honda, featuring oval pistons, 8 valves per cylinder, and a $50,000 price tag. It was a rolling experiment, a dream realized, and it was never intended to take over the streets. There were only ever 300 manufactured, and collectors now consider it to be the holy grail. At number 1, the Speed King, the Suzuki Hayabusa. GSX-R 1999. Legend was born in the last year of the 1990s. In addition to hitting new marks, the Hayabusa frightened rivals into agreeing to a speed limit. With a top speed of 194 miles per hour, it was so rapid that manufacturers opted to limit speeds going ahead. The Hayabusa was more than merely a superbike. It was a cultural emblem because to its distinctive bulging design and immense power. The 1990s provided us legends in addition to motorcycles. Machines that changed the rules, inspired passions, and made their stamp on motorcycle history. These 10 bikes were more than just metal, regardless matter whether you were a sport bike, fanatic, cruiser enthusiast, or just a dreamer peering through stores. Freedom was what they were, and they still are for those who rode them.